It occurred at last, people. Dexter was in the middle of a kill when Batista caught up with him. I gnawed on my fingernails from beginning to end throughout Dexter Resurrection Season 1 Episode 8, and I'm not sure how I managed to keep them intact. Indeed, I was shouting at my screen multiple times. Dexter, what prevented you from checking the car earlier? How come the joke isn't on, Dexter? Dexter, why are you bringing up Harrison once more? Every week, the chorus is the same, but here I am, captivated and scared. Let's go back. Both Batista and his murder board are completely convinced that Dexter is the Bay Harbor Butcher. He's following Dex about, figuring out his pattern, and anticipating the ultimate mistake. And, of course, in the most Batista manner imaginable, he understands it. What happens after he breaks in, sees the murder room, and follows the tracker? Total chaos. When everything happens, Vinny screams and rushes out of the death room, straight into Batista. Dexter disappears into the night, and Batista is left standing in a wig shop covered in plastic, moaning, "What the fuck? Angel, I mean the same. The same." However, Vinny wasn't Dexter's first objective. On that table should have been Al. Al wriggled out of it with strange ease, but Dexter had him lined up, for the Hamilton night snatch. It's not merely bad luck. Al has been acting like a lovable idiot, but I'm willing to wager that he is just as treacherous as Dexter, only with a different twist. For a reason, he is the last surviving murderer. Dexter let his desire to kill to become more important than common sense, instead of remaining fixated on Al. In part to appease the monster inside of him, and in part as a clumsy attempt to assist Harrison, he turned to Vinny. He almost lost it all because of that turn. It's his compulsion, not his ethics, that's taking over. Later, when Dexter is seated across from Harrison, he dares to declare, "I wasn't going to kill him. Please pardon me." Vinny was already fastened to the table with a strap. Dexter may accept that falsehood, but I absolutely do not. The most terrifying aspect is when Dexter begins to believe his own justifications. His personal life is also falling apart at the same time as all of that. The season's greatest alarm bell may be Blessing's rage at Dexter for telling Joy about his history. Despite his belief that he can experiment with regular friendships, Dexter's mask always comes off. Blessing feels deceived, Joy is appalled, and Dexter isn't even aware that these minor setbacks could have disastrous consequences later. His world is getting smaller as those near to him turn away, but he is too focused on feeding the dark passenger to notice the wider picture. Batista, meantime, is circling like a shark. The intriguing thing about this plot is that I'm not sure who I want to be. Batista isn't incorrect, but I really want him to be incorrect. Right now, I don't want to see Dexter get trapped. Nevertheless, I would really rather not watch another episode in which Batista is treated like a conspiracy theorist by everyone. The man didn't even get Vinny's name, though, to be fair. In court, the big thick Italian guy will not hold up. Then there is Harrison, who is attempting to discover his identity while living under Dexter Morgan's shadow. Despite all the show hints that he will become Dexter 2.0, I don't see it. Harrison resembles Deb or Harry more than anything else, either as the hesitant accomplice with too much knowledge or as the moral compass. The problem is, Harrison might lose his opportunity to be his father's conscience if Dexter continues to frighten those who are close to him by strapping them to tables in kill rooms. And bad things could happen if that tether is removed. I also have a nagging suspicion that Gigi, of all people, might be the one to lose it. Her perseverance and witty humor, together with her grief at losing her ambition of becoming a detective, might prepare her for something unexpected. There was a hint of Dexter in her this week, that balance between danger and wonder. Where does her energy go if she can't focus it on law enforcement? But let's get back to the mess in the death room. The choice to keep Vinny ungagged. A choice what? We're supposed to believe that Dexter would just let Vinny scream his head off, even though he has always been careful to silence his targets. That's not a Dexter move, it's a rookie error. The city is a plot hole. However, it did prepare the way for Batista's stunning arrival. It was the first time all season that I had any hope that Batista would catch him. No, however. Dexter is still slick. Batista is dismissed as overly enthusiastic, the AirPod tracker is destroyed, and Claudette and Oliva give him the look of someone who has gone insane. Despite the fact that it's obvious that Batista won't stop, I'm not relieved. I'm genuinely afraid for Dexter because he's become more determined than ever before. Prater then enters Dexter and Harrison's supper with a carefree air, as if he owns the place. I was unaware that you had a son, Red. Oh my God. My stomach fell. Harrison is certainly nimble. Although he resisted Batista's interrogation without disclosing anything, the risk increases with the number of persons who are aware of him. In my opinion, Prater is not someone who can be won over with charm. The last scene, with Dexter holding his bloodied steak, Harrison observing him curiously, and Prater stalking, was a masterwork of terror. Where does this leave us, then? Never before have the stakes been higher. I've never seen Dexter so sloppy. Harrison is pursuing relationships with Elsa and Gigi that have the potential to explode once Dexter's truth comes to light.